Hey, how's it going guys? JaySea here, and today I'm here to give you guys my opinion on the major changes in patch 7.9 and how it will affect Tryndamere specifically. People that play ADCs, this could somewhat apply to you guys as well. Do note that the information I gathered here is from reading the patch notes and spending a day playing around with different items on Tryndamere. The items I mentioned here are the ones that I feel I have an opinion on so far. So let's get started with Doran Shield, a stable item that you would buy if you're laning against someone that's kinda cancerous. I personally feel that this item got a huge buff. It's 50 gold cheaper, plus 5 damage for easier CSing, and it regens 20 health over 10 seconds. You guys might be asking, JaySea, how is this a buff? Well, think about it this way. As a Tryndamere player, you only buy Doran Shield to survive rough matchups like Kennen, Ryze, Jace, Teemo. The old Doran Shield blocks 8 damage per hit, but how often do we get hit more than 3 times within 10 seconds to make this old passive that much better? If we CS, we'll go up to a minion and we'll just spin away after copying 2 auto attacks at most, or else it wouldn't even be worth trying to pick up that CS. The only exception is getting poked under tower, which would be brutal nonetheless. Death Dance. Simply put, this item was buffed to no tomorrow. Abuse this while you can guys. 30% deferred damage reduction and an AD buff to 80. Do I need to say any more? Static Shiv. In my opinion, it's a buff. Extra dueling power due to the higher base damage on the lightning procs. This base damage is also really nice for taking out jungle camps, which you would tend to do after taking the enemy's first tower anyways. The wave clear is slightly weaker than before, but it still gets the job done. Infinity Edge is 200 gold cheaper. Fantastic. Black Cleaver nerf? Personally, I'm not a fan of using Black Cleaver build, and the nerf definitely blows, but I think it would still be used for the mobility and the CDR and the AD it gives. Last Whisperer nerf? Extremely bad for Tryndamere. This was the go-to item I would buy when they stack Tab Eyes, Sunfire into Randuin's. There's actually nothing much we can do here guys. Unfortunately, that is the only item we can build to deal with tanks, besides Black Cleaver, but on the flip side, Riot did buff Lord Dominic's Giant Slayer passive, so there's a tiny bit of saving grace there. So let's talk about tank items. That's what this patch is all about, right? The Sunfire Cape actually got a range nerf, and its damage got cut in half against champions, meaning that tanks will have way less dueling power. But on the flip side, Riot did buff its lane and jungle clear damage by 200%. So that's great news for Tryndamere players. But on the other hand, Randuin's Omen got a ridiculous buff, reducing crit damage taken by 20%. So the verdict is guys, tanks will be harder to kill due to the Last Whisperer and Black Cleaver nerf, coupled with Randuin's going from a must-buy status for tanks to completely broken status. I'm pretty sure Riot will revert or tone down Randuin sometime in the future though. Lastly, Guardian Angel gives 40 AD now, so this could be considered for Tryndamere's 6th item, and when its passive is down, potentially you could swap it out for the buffed Spirit Visage, which now increases healing by 30%. And the reason you'll consider this item is because it synergizes very well with Death Dance. I have no current opinion on Gargoyle Stoneplate, but hopefully if you guys are split pushing by yourself against the tank, then it shouldn't matter too much anyway. That is all I have to say about the patch thus far guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and would like to help my channel grow, simply drop the like, subscribe in the comment, and if you feel like going the extra mile, just being the MVP, perhaps you could share my channel with a friend that could potentially be interested in my content. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Words cannot express how grateful I am. Thank you for watching to the very end, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.